What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Magic Arena. Blue has been a strong color throughout Magic the Gathering for years, and it's honestly one of the most annoying to deal with. We have so much disruption and evasion that our opponents just don't get to do what they set out to do in the first place, and that's popping off their combos.
What have you done? Nothing! You've done nothing! Nothing!
Huh?
This mono blue archetype has some of the strongest elementals that just disables our opponents, bounce everything back over and over again, and downright just counters their big plays. This deck works like a trampoline, and none of our opponents will have it. Check out how we frustrate the meta into submission in just a sec, so do consider subscribing to the channel for incredible gameplay and deck lists, and tap that like button for Magic the Gathering. Let's go! So for the mages who like to play control with a bit of gimmick, this deck is a super refreshing take on the novelty behind mono blue. The whole point of this deck is to dig through it as fast as possible while ditching a bunch of sorceries and instants into the graveyard to build momentum towards chump casting Eddie Merc Crab on the opponent's turn. Then abusing the mechanic behind Sunderflock, and the deck list is in the description of the video for those who want to flex on some folks with the power of bouncing everything. Let's cover the important cards first and then get into the incredible gameplay. Starting with 2, Illuge the Shoreless Sea. These are incredibly good for the deck as it basically makes our spells cheaper to cast as soon as it comes into play. If we can manage to get more than one flood counter into the game, then it just makes about all of our first spells free to cast on each turn. The effect also works on cards that have a spree cost, like our 3 steps ahead. Being potentially able to cast every one of its effects for free is a powerful ability to have. And of course, it can pay for kicker costs as well. Then we make sure to have 4 Eddie Merc Crabs. These guys help us open up the board as we would generally cast it on our opponent's turn. We tap 2 creatures and then start our turn. These are the guys that will finish the game for us as we disable everything our opponents do in the meanwhile. And then we need at least 3 Sunderflocks in the deck. You can definitely run 4 of these, but I found that 3 was the optimum amount for myself. We never get to cast these for the insane mana cost of 9. It would just take way too long and is not really worth tapping out for. After having another elemental out in play like Illuge or the Eddie Merc, Sunderflock will then act like a super cheap board wipe. It's basically the finisher in the game as we clear the board and swing in with our elementals to knock out our opponents. With the amount of spells we have, we can bounce our own creatures back and cast Sunderflock over and over again until we win. The next spell that I definitely have to highlight is having 2 of these Ether Eyes. This silly little spell is so handy that it turns the table around so often and gives us enough tempo to run away with the game. The only time it's a bad card is when the opponent gets way ahead of us and then starts attacking conservatively by holding some creatures back. Either way, we buy so much time with this, we tend to combo our way into winning. And then we have our column of cards that helps us draw cards and dig through the entire deck. 1 column dedicated to countering spells. 1 for single mana bounce spells. And then 1 for single mana card draws. Again, check out the deck list in the description of the video. Now let's go bounce the meta away. 2 elementals in our hand. I do like the opt. Good draw on the Winter Night Stories. Something to actually play on the 3rd turn. We're up against some sort of Azorius. Momo. Definitely a flyer. Alright, let's opt. Don't need another one. Okay, another crab. Good sleight of hand. Land is tempting, but I think I want the bounce off. We'll probably draw into a land with our Winter Night Stories. I really want to play the Shoreless Sea. Daydream. Probably a good time to bounce this. Okay, that was a good delay. Now we play Winter Night Stories, and we can probably play our crab next turn. Well, we've got 1 too many, and so let's discard 1. I want to keep as much as we can here. Nice. We got a good lineup. Oh, look at that combo. Sage of the Skies. And we take 4. Good thing Momo doesn't stay buffed. That would be way too strong. Okay. Do I want to play Illuge? No. Might use Etherize. Let's see if they attack with everything. Alright. Oh, and they had a counter spell. That sucks for us. Okay. We're holding now. Yeah, we'll have to play a crab right now. Let's target that and... Oh no! I probably should have targeted the Momo, because I think we could have used Into the Flood Maw on the token. Oh well, we'll take their one, I guess. It's too bad they killed our crab. But I should still use Into the Flood Maw on the token, right? Yeah, let's do it. Bit of a misplay. Alright. Good island. Now our crab cost 2. We can use Sunderflock here. We do have Get Out to save our creatures. Yeah, let's just wait. We can use Grab and Get Out. Resolve nice and quick. Okay. They don't get to attack this turn. Gran. I guess no. Okay. Good draw on the flow state. Let's hit him for 5. Good. That was clean. Now, let's use flow state, grab a couple of goodies, like this crab, and star charts. Alright. Should I play a Sunderflock here? Might hold out for another crab. Yeah. We'll just prevent them from attacking again. Like that. They must be so annoyed. Alright. Shepherd. Oh, okay. Nurturing Pixie. You can still bounce everything back to their hands a couple of times. But they'll be dead by then. Yeah, they're loading up with some 1/1s. That's honestly a pretty cool combo. Drew into a land. Don't really need that. Let's attack with our 5, see if they take it. And they do. Okay. Yeah, let's play our Illuge right now. Seems pretty safe. And we can play our Sunderflock. Nice. That set us up. I think we can use Winter Night Stories here. Discard a creature. No, I think I want to hold on to that. 2 lands. Alright. They're gonna do their Momo and Sage of the Skies combo again. And I'm guessing one of their pixies. I think we got this. Especially next turn, we're gonna play another Sunderflock and that's it. It's a good game. Alright, you can fetch for another 1 mana thing. Everything's going back to your hand. Don't you worry. Alright, my turn. Cool. Let's opt for 0. Nice. Let's draw the get out. So now we can actually keep recurring our Thunderflock some more. And that's a good game anyways. Flood counter. GG. Nice. We can just give up going first. Yeah, we'll accept this. It's not the best starting hand, but it's something. Oh, Saz's Chocobo. We're up against Landfall. Okay. Oh. They misplayed that a little bit. They probably should have played Saz's Chocobo first before playing the second forest. We will take the 1. I think we'll opt for now. We do not need the land. 4 is pretty optimal. We get a land anyways. And a duplicate Thunderflock. Not so good right now. Okay. 2 Saz's Chocobo and a Llanowar Elf. Okay, there's the Fabled Passage. Their little Chocobos will get +2. Cool. They don't have enough for the Ouroboros right now. Assuming they run that. Let's bounce the 3 back to their hand. Yeah, you know what? We'll bounce the 2 as well. We'll take the 1. Okay, that's a good draw on the crab. We need one more turn though. Ooh, Ice Till. That's good for them, because they have a Fabled Passage in the graveyard. They can just play that twice. They're gonna get a lot of lands. Jeez. That Ice Till Explorer just, wow, accelerated their landfall capabilities. Dang. 2 4/5s just like that. Okay. Not the best draw with that. I mean, Ether Eyes would have been great. Earthbender Ascension as well. Yeah, they're going to get enough quest counters on this. Dang. And in comes the Esper Origins. This is not good for us. I think we can survive this turn though. We'll just tap their Saz's Chocobo before combat and we can play Thunderflock. I think we made it just in time here. And they play another Fabled Passage. Incredible. Okay, we'll give it to them. Wow, and they play another one. How many do they get to play? Holy. They had like 8 lands that come into play already. A ridiculous amount of lands that came into play for him. Okay. This will slow you down. We'll take you 3. There we go. Okay. Now we're groovy. Play Thunderflock. Right. Their Esper stays. They'll be smart to just block it. Oh, I guess not. Alright. We'll hold up 3 steps ahead. Sure. We want to counter his Ice Tail, that's for sure. Alright, 3 Saz's Chocobo. There we go, here's the Ice Tail. See ya! That's the thing that enables them to pop off like crazy just now. So we'll disable that. And they'll play their Llanowars. Cool. We'll just use Thunderflock to bounce everything again. Yeah, let's play our Illuge. And we can just cast our Thunderflock now. Okay. Now they'll be smart to block it. Hopefully we have something to bounce everything again next turn. This guy has not missed a land. Oh man, an island? That's brutal. We'll attack with everything. Alright, they have to clear our board or else we win. Good thing we have some flying. Nice, we survive. Okay, good game. They just didn't miss a beat there, holy. A land every turn. Good game. Oh, I go first? What a treat. That's a pretty good lineup. What did I do to deserve this? Swamp? Forsaken Miner. Okay, so this is either a Sephiroth deck or a skeleton deck. Good draw on the island. His next play might determine what deck it is. We will take the 2. Oh, they play nothing. Maybe they're holding up for a removal. I should just play the flow state. Oh, 1 into hand, hey? I do want the crab, but it's probably an island that's the smarter choice. Yeah, that way I can consult the star charts with its kicker. Corpses of the Lost. Okay, skeleton deck. I'll use bounce off on its token, I guess. Come on. Here we go. There. We will take your 3. Okay. Gotta bust a move here pretty quick. We'll play this. And hope they don't have a spot removal. They're looking at it. That might have been the wrong play. Yeah, shoot the sheriff. I mean, I had to try. Oh, looks like we take another 3. Yes, we do. And they don't play anything else. Okay. I think we have to hold on to our instance. Too bad we don't have another island right about now. I really do want to consult the star charts, but depending what they play, might have to use a counter spell. Yes. On the Unstoppable Slasher, yes. And again, it's too bad we don't have 1 more mana for this. And we take another 3. This is not looking good for us. Oh good, they take that back into their hand. We might be able to counter that, actually. Good draw on the island. Hello. Well, well. We can actually counter their Corpses of the Lost. They find another land. Come on. Oh, they don't play it. What's this? 3 mana 2/3 changeling. So it's a skeleton with lifelink. Well, I can get it tapped with my crab this turn. And then I can just use Sunderflock, yeah. Alright. We'll let it resolve. Play the crab before their combat. Hopefully they do not have another spot removal. Ooh, they don't. Okay. Lucky me. Think I should play the Sunderflock first, just in case they are holding for some reason. They're holding priority. Good. Right. It doesn't bounce the changeling. That's okay. I'm going for 5. Alright. We'll hold on to the counterspell for the Corpses of the Lost. Intimidation tactics. Okay, they can't take anything. We'll just let them see. Now they know that we have a counterspell. Yeah, you can play the miner. Perfect. We were waiting for that. Great. Now you can attack with a 2/3 if you want. Amazing. We do want to use flow state right about now. Okay, we can grab 2. So probably an Etherize and consult the star charts. Can't play anything here. Let's attack for 10. They should probably block. And they don't. Okay. I think we win next turn. We can actually use Inweb to bring our Sunderflock back to our hand as well, in case anything happens. Ritual Chamber. Oh, they casted it for 5. Okay, so they're going to bring the 6/6 in. I think we can let this resolve, and then we can counter it with Detect Intrusion. But I don't think I want to Inweb, because he has a Shapeshifter. If the Shapeshifter wasn't here, I would probably use Inweb, but let's just cast it for 2. We'll counter the 6/6, and I think it's good game. Good game. Alright, on the draw again. Pretty quick, it seems like. Depends on what we're up against as usual, but we'll start with our sleight of hand. Let's see, we'll take the Sunderflock. We got enough lands. Badger Mole Cub. Some sort of Stompy or Landfall deck. Let's return his land back to his hand. This is why I like Into the Floodmaw. Alright, now we'll opt. Don't need Etherize. Do I? Yeah, let's take the Etherize. Okay. We could hold up for 3 steps ahead, but I want to use Winter Night Stories. Gotta get some lands. Alright, let's discard this crab, I guess. We can keep everything else. Alright. Hopefully we draw a land. Ooh, Emeritus of Abundance. Cool. Nice, we did draw a land. Okay. Should we hold on to Etherize? We could consult the star charts, or use 3 steps ahead. Honestly, maybe we'll just use Edinburgh Crab. We got lots of options. Let's play on their turn. Let's see, do they attack with everything? Alright, they do attack with everything. We'll just use Etherize. Now our crab cost even less. What's this? Sapling nursery? Whoa. 3-4? Dang. I think we're in a good spot here. We gotta start playing out our crabs though if we want to start doing some damage. Oh man, here's a double trigger. Yeah, I think I want to counter that. We'll hold up 2 mana for the crab. Alright, so they respond with the escape tunnel. That's good. If it was going to happen sooner or later, glad it happened now. Alright. Hopefully they got no hexproof. Good. Alright. Let's see. We do want to attack for 5. Let's do that first. And Sunderflock, I think. We'll return those. So next turn, we can attack for 10 potentially. Let's say let's use Winter Night Stories here. Okay, Get Out is good. I don't want to discard my creatures. Let's discard the Opt. I don't really need that. And I guess the island. Okay. Great. Oh, another double trigger. And he earthbends his Fabled Passage. That's insane. They can bring back the Fabled Passage. Basically, the Sapling Nursery will give him another 3-4. That's disgusting. I want to play my crab here, right? I think I have to tap... Yeah, let's tap his Fabled Passage. Force him to pop it off here. And it's not like they're going to block with a Badger Mole Cub, right? Even if they do, it doesn't matter. That's crazy. And now his Fabled Passage can be used again next turn. Not a really good draw with the Illuge. But let's attack for 15. He has to block. Okay. Probably a good time for me to save the Sunderflock then. Alright, good. Back to my hand. And let's see if he'll take the 5. There goes the Badger Mole. Okay. Should I cast this right now? Yeah. Okay. So he'll get 1, 3, 4 from the Fabled Passage. Unless he has another Badger Mole Cub in his hand. Oh, that's worse. Bossing say he can just make his Fabled Passage Earthbend. Dang. He made sure he had forever recurring 3-4s. What to do here? Let's consult the star charts for 2. We'll look at the next 6 cards. Hopefully something good. Like maybe Ether Eyes will come in handy. Yeah, we'll take a bounce off. Because that way we can play the Sunderflock again. Okay, this way they take 5. Of course they pop off their Fabled Passage. Such a cool combo. Should I play this now? Yeah. Let's get another body on the board. We should have this in the bag next turn. We just use bounce off on our own Sunderflock, bounce every token back into the nether, and then we swing in with our 5/5s. And our bounce off should actually cost 0 on their turn. They tutor for a creature with their charm. So they just warp this right now. Oh, holy smokes. Another escape tunnel? That's a lot of 3/4s. Oh no. How big is this guy gonna get? I might actually have to play bounce off. But that's not good for us because we need it for the Sunderflock. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. So I have to block with my Shoreless Sea, huh? Okay, we'll save the bounce off and we'll take the 12. Or never mind. They're gonna make their 12/4 bigger. Uh-oh. Do I do it now? I think I have to. Uh-oh. We're in a tough spot here. Oh, in a land. You know what? We can actually just use 3 steps ahead to clone our Sunderflock, right? No, that won't trigger the bounce everything effect. Will it? Let's see. Oh, our opponent forfeits anyways. We scared him. Oh, we actually get to go first. Pretty good hand. No creatures. That's okay, we'll dig right into them. Start with a sleight of hand. Okay, there's one of them. We do have 2 more lands, so let's take the crab. We can make it cost very little. Alright, good draw on the island. Let's use opt on their turn. Oh! Our opponent uses opt first. What are we up against? Ourselves? Are they Izzet Elementals, perhaps? Izzet Prowess? I don't like that they didn't cast anything. Alright, let's just opt. We don't want that land. Cool. Sunderflock. And we get a land anyways. Alright. Winter Night Stories. Let's go. 3 more lands. Alright, we'll discard 2. We got a lot this game. Oh, what's this? Color Storm Stallion? Oh, it does have prowess, basically. Cool. It's got Ward 1. I can't target it with Eddie Merc. We could use Bounce Off and then cast Eddie Merc for 3 after that. Next turn we do want to play Sunderflock, perhaps. What's this? Molten Core Maestro? Wow. These are the prowess creatures that stay big. Okay, I think now's the time, right? Do I use Bounce Off or Etherize? We'll bounce off the Color Storm Stallion. Cool. The crab will cost 3 now. Alright. Now we can actually get things tapped. They use opt again. That's like their third one. They got a handful of cards. Holy. Okay, we'll take one. Are they going to cast the Stallion again? Flow state. Alright, they only get to take one though. But their Maestro is getting bigger. Okay. We'll get that thing tapped. Submit one. Alright, straight to your second main. What are you going to do? Plots a slick shot. Okay. Good draw on the get out. Let's attack first. And now we'll play this. That goes back to his hand. Great. Molten Core Maestro. Yep, we can let you have it again. It'll be cool if he casts his Slick Shot and the Stallion, because I'll be sure to bounce everything back again. They don't attack. Alright, we won't play anything as well. Good draw on the into the Flood Maw. I think here is pretty safe to attack. If our creatures are in any sort of peril, we can just save them with Get Out. Burst Lightning, okay. Now what else are they going to do? We'll go to blockers first, see what they do. Alright, they Burst Lightning the other target. They're hoping to take us out. We'll let them announce the blockers. Okay. Great time to use Get Out. Safe! Let's actually just do the Crab and Sunderflock play right now. Because I want to use Winter Night Stories. Discard 2 cards. Alright. 1 island and 1 into the Flood Maw. Play the Stallion. Slick Shot. And they do nothing. That's just great. I think we can return one of these guys. And pay for its ward. And now we attack. Solid, they're down at 8. We're in a very good spot here. We can use Consult the Star Charts with Kicker next. Get something cool. Might just find another crab if I use Consult the Star Charts. Our opponent's just stuck playing the same cards over and over again. This feels so mean. Oh, and they have a Storm Chaser's talent. Okay. Are they going to attack with the Stallion? They are. That was a poor choice. Okay. Looks like we do find a crab. A flow state is nice. Yeah, we can just take their 3 and we'll just tap their token and Molten Core Maestro. Now he's all tapped out. Good game. Nice.